Hey there, it's Teresa here, and welcome to another episode of Conversations from My Couch. I'm Teresa Youngkin. I'm a leadership coach and consultant, and you can find me here every Wednesday having a conversation about all things leadership from my couch. So, this past week, well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Karen Yankovic, and thank you for having me on the Good Girls Get Rich podcast. That is number 178, and it's called You Can Be a Leader. So you guys know I totally believe that we all are leaders within us and that we're all developing, and we all need help to move along, and me as well as everybody else, right? Like, leadership is not a destination, right? It's the journey to get there. So thank you again, Karen, for having me on. It's the Good Girls Get Rich podcast, number 178. Go take a listen and listen to some of the other stuff Karen's doing. She's a pretty awesome human being. So let's get talking. What came out of that Good Girls Get Rich podcast was I was asked to write an article around coaching. So while I was doing some research this week, I came across a whole bunch of articles. You guys all know that I'm a little bit of a bookhead. And by the way, I have to say that I made a mistake last week. It was not James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, that talked about being in community. It was Malcolm, why did I almost call him Malcolm McDowell? No. Malcolm Gladwell, his book, David and Goliath. So I need to back that up and cite that source correctly. So there you are. But I was reading, as I was doing some more research, that's how I got here. So as I was doing some research for this article, I came across a lot of articles about coaching and mentoring, and people were using the two terms interchangeably. And while both coaching and mentoring are good programs to have within your organization, I do have to say that they are two very different things. They're made for two different audiences, and they're two very different specific outcomes out of each one of those activities. So let's talk about the difference between coaching and mentoring. So first of all, sorry, gosh, having a moment. So first of all, coaching is a collaborative relationship. Hold on for just a second. I need a drink. So you guys are gonna get like a little tour of what the rest of my office looks like while I get it. My green juice. Gotta get all there, right? Good Lord. I don't know what just happened, but let's start again. Coaching versus mentoring. So coaching is a collaborative relationship, right? It can be internal or external to a person's chain of command, who they report to within the company. Coaching involves asking good open-ended questions, and I've talked about that a lot of times. And that really is to help the coach and the coachee to strategize solutions and to facilitate good problem-solving skills. Coaches don't give advice. They provide encouragement, and they urge continuous improvement. And then coaches hold counties accountable for trying new things, and they do offer an objective perspective and they help support new actions. So that's coaching. Now, mentoring is completely different. So mentoring is really more of an older, more experienced person within the organization that helps another person in the organization, and it is outside of the chain of command. And that is super important that they are not reporting in the same chain of command, because mentoring really is about the mentor being a role model, helping the mentee to develop their political skills. They encourage self-development. So self-development, like getting more education or being involved in a coaching program. They, like I said, digging deeper in what they need to do. And then they also provide advice on next career steps, which a coach, unless they're in a career coaching position, don't normally do that, right? They're helping the person the coach is helping the coachee to discern for themselves what the next best steps are. Gosh, Oh my gosh. So coaching, like in a nutshell, is pretty much guiding, right? It's asking, again, open-ended questions for self-discovery. So we're asking the person to help to solve the problems that they have, and we help them figure out how to do that. Coaches address false beliefs and feelings. We talked about imposter syndrome. Coaches help to alleviate that. And finally, coaching can be applied to any situation. And usually it is something that is going to be focused on getting a result right away. So you're going to be implementing steps for things to make small changes and to change something in an immediate term. Mentoring, on the other hand, is about teaching, right? You are answering direct questions. You're providing information and resources. You're seeking, you help them to, you're helping your mentee to seek some alternative answers in a structured way, or alternative structures. So if something's not working, you're saying, hey, you need to go here or you need to go there. And lastly, it's based on the past experience of the mentor. It's not really about the experiences that the mentee has had in the past, but it's really about kind of showing people a forward path, teaching them how to get there. And mentoring really is a long-term, it's for the long term. So if you have somebody who comes to you and they're looking to make next career steps, they're looking for advice, what do I do next? That's what you do. That's where you're looking, that's where you start to mentor, and you kind of step out of the coaching role. So two really awesome things, coaching and mentoring. 2022 is coming up. We're headed towards the fourth quarter of the year, and really, well, I guess we are in the fourth quarter. Oh my gosh, how did it get to be the beginning of November? But we are in that fourth quarter. We're planning budgets. I'd encourage you to think about setting dollars aside for coaching, for mentoring, if that's what you want to do. Again, two very different programs, two very different outcomes, two very different employees. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me on my website, teresayoungkin.com, and you can book a call with me there, and we can talk through some of these things. Also, on my website, there's a leadership quiz, as well as if you're starting to feel a little bit of burnout or the fourth quarter starting to beat you down, there is a free workbook called Reclaim Your Power at Work. So, hey, you guys, it has been a great week. I hope you guys have a great week coming up. Yeah, we're not to Halloween yet. Next week, I guess. But you guys have a great week, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.